Rapper Tory Lanez received a 10-year prison term for shooting and injuring Megan Thee Stallion, a well-known hip-hop artist, on Tuesday, in a courtroom in Los Angeles. The 31-year-old pleaded with the judge to spare him from going to jail. During a heated argument with Megan's assistant Kelsey Harris, following a pool party at Kylie Jenner's house in 2020, he shot Megan in the feet. Despite the outcome, Megan is someone I still care for dearly to this day, according to convicted Canadian musician Lanez, who spoke at his sentencing today. I said some very immature things that I shouldn't have said, Lanez, real name Daystar Peterson, said about the shooting that landed him in jail for 10 years. I said things I shouldn't have said, including some secrets. As Los Angeles Superior Court Judge David Hereford announced the verdict, the rapper was handcuffed and wearing a black skull cap, with his orange prison garb. In response to Lanez's defense's request, the judge rejected probation. Lanez begged the judge not to jail him before being given 10 years. "Give me some kind of alternative that is not prison," the musician pleaded in a 15-minute speech. "In my neighborhood, I can be a much better man. I'm not a famous person here," I said. "She comes off to me as a sincere person who just wants a chance. I want to improve because my child needs me. I want the opportunity to prove to the world that the man you see in this room today is not the real me. I'm not looking for special treatment. But, Your Honor, I humbly beg you to give me a chance and to put me to the test. I've been accused of being a monster and of lacking regret, according to some misconceptions. But that is simply untrue. Everyone was intoxicated that evening, and I made some very immature comments. I was mistaken. I would go back in time if I could. I apologize. I'm accountable for everything I did that night. I beg you to give me the chance to be a better mentor and father. Please consider the entirety of my life when judging me, rather than just this particular situation. I do have a habit disorder, but I want to change for the better." At his hearing, Lanez told the court that he and Megan Thee Stallion, his friend and ex-girlfriend, became close after their mothers passed away. "We both had our mothers pass away," he said. "We would continue to drink while seated there until we became numb." The judge's decision was based on two aggravating factors: that Lanez used a gun, and that Megan was particularly vulnerable or defenseless, both of which had been established by the prosecution, and called for sentencing enhancements. However, Judge Hereford concluded that the prosecution had not established that Lanez had treated Megan with cruelty, viciousness, or callousness, despite claims to the contrary made by Deputy District Attorney Alex Bott, who claimed that he had demonstrated a complete lack of regard for human life, and that with less luck, this would be a murder case. According to Lanez's legal team, probation, counseling for mental health issues, and alcohol abuse treatment would be preferable to jail time because he wasn't a danger to society. Additionally, they advised that his jail term should be no longer than 3 years if probation was not an option. However, despite the fact that Lanez's multiple philanthropic endeavors and prior spotless record were factors taken into consideration by Judge Hereford, the defense's Tuesday arguments were rejected. The judge remarked to the jury that he found it challenging to reconcile Lanez's persona as a philanthropic and talented individual with the man who had been found guilty of gun violence. Dottie rejected the defense's claim that Lanez's mental condition brought on by trauma from his early years contributed to the shooting. While there was alcohol present that evening, Judge Hereford stated, "I don't see a nexus between a mental disorder and the offense. It's clear that the shooting incident occurred as the result of an argument." Earlier on Tuesday, Tory Lanez's defense lawyer Matthew Barhoma slammed the prosecution for seeking a 13-year sentence, calling it a disparity that is quite a deviation from the law DA's own sentencing policy. "This disparity is being sought out solely because Lanez is Tory Lanez," Barhoma claimed. "It is not appropriate to ask for sentence enhancements just because he is Tory Lanez," insisting the